Good morning, everyone. My name is Laura Stranks and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. Thanks for joining me today. If it's your first time watching, my YouTube channel is called Creative Gems. And if you haven't already subscribed, I'd love you to do so. And if you'd like to give me a thumbs up for what I do. I love making fun fold cards. I've got a Facebook group called Laura's Craft Room Tips and Tutorials. In there you'll find all the PDFs for my YouTube cards, and also I do some live videos on a Saturday morning, every Saturday morning, and you will find the PDFs for those in the Files tab as well. You're welcome to join this group. If you do request to join, just be aware there is 2 questions you need to answer. One is why you wish to join the group, whether it be just for my PDFs or just to see what's in there. It's not exclusive to Stampin' Up!, so you'll see lots and lots of different ideas for different mediums. The second question in there is that you agree to the rules. They're fairly basic rules, so you just need to answer both of those questions. I will send you back a notification if you haven't answered the questions, and you can have another go. I've also got a Facebook page called Cards by Laura. In there are all my cards that I do at my workshops and classes, as well as my YouTube cards, as they all get posted into there. That's just for viewing, and you can follow along on that page. It's called Cards by Laura. That's all my intro a little bit for now. And the card I'm doing today, it's called a triple panel pop-out card. This one's been around for a while, but I've tweaked quite a few things on it, and I hope you like what I've got designed. This is my sample card. The card I'm doing today is in different colours and different, totally different style, really, or pretty basic as this one, but I'm going to add a few extras. So when you open up, a previous card I had this little centre panel on this side, which came out this way, but because I'm right-handed, I wanted it to come this way on my card, and it sits up like so. Very simple to do, and not a lot of paper required. I've only put the DSP on the front panel here. All the rest is embossed, not the middle panel because you need to stamp on that, and then the back has just got some little flowers on there as well. This paper is one of the celebration papers at the moment. It is called Bloom Impressions. Sorry, I didn't get it out to start with. So there are lots of pretty papers in here. For every $100 you spend, that's in Australian dollars, you can earn yourself a free pack of this paper. Lots of pretty patterns in there. I've chopped up quite a bit. I've got a couple of packs already. It's very nice paper. The paper I'm using today is not that same one. It's a different one altogether. I've got different base, different everything. I did, by mistake, I embossed the background of that. I didn't mean to do that one because the front and back are plain, but I didn't want to waste the cardstock, so I put it down at the back, but you don't really need to emboss the background piece. And that's that. And also on the one I'm doing today, I'm going to put some ribbon at the sides here to hold it together. It's a very fine ribbon, so it shouldn't affect when you put it in your envelope. It should still fit nicely in there, so long as you use a fairly fine ribbon, or you can leave it off. It's a little bit thick with all the panels and everything inside. So I'll show you my pieces to start with, as I normally do. I've typed up all the pieces. You can, excuse me, take a screenshot of that, but these measurements will be in the description box of this video, and the full PDF will be in my Laura's Craft Room Tips and Tutorials group. That's a group. But you can take a screenshot if you wish, and then just follow along with the measurements you've got here. And I'll show you the pieces I'm doing today. I've chosen a grey and a pink. It's a basic grey, and my card base is 8 1/4 by 6. I have scored it, but I'll show you the scoring in a minute. Then my bridge piece in the centre is this piece here, 5 3/4 by 3 3/4. That's in the same colour as the base. My mats, I've got some put away. I've got those two, and that there should be another. There's the other one. I've had them all in order where they're going. We've got 3 here. We've got 3 1/8 by 2 1/4. These are the mats on these little panels in the centre. There's two of that one, and then 3 1/8 by 1 1/2. One of that one there is not. None of these are embossed. These are the mats. So that's those 3, and then the basic white mats. I have done those separate again. I've embossed these 2, and I've also done my blending brush in Pretty in Pink, and I'll show you the embossing folder for that. You can use any embossing folder you like. This one is retired, but I thought it went nicely with the paper. I'll show you the paper in a minute that I'm using. It went nicely with the paper. It's called Elegant Eucalyptus, if you've still got it. It's a 3D, but just a thin folder, and it went nicely with this paper. And I have used my blending brush over the top just to give it a little bit of effect. 2 of 3 inches by 2 1/8, that's those 2. And then this one here is not embossed. It's 3 inches by 1 3/8, and there's one of those, but I did go around the edge with the blending brush of that one. My inside basic white pieces is that one. There should be 2 of those, wherever the other one went. Yes, they're both together. These are the embossed ones. No, not those. Matte basic white, inside basic white embossed, 5 3/4 by 3. And there's 2 of those. I've embossed them with the same embossing folder and sponged around the edges. My back writing panel, I've done this one here. I've already decorated it and sponged around. I used my blending brush around the edges. That's 5 3/4 by 3 7/8. And my front white, which is going behind my DSP, that is 5 3/4 by 3 7/8. And the DSP down the bottom here, 5 1/2 by 3 5/8. This DSP is from the 2024-26 in colour designer. It's a little 6x6 pack. It's all the latest in colours in there. I love the leaf patterns on all of these. I've used quite a few on there. That's that paper. That's that piece. Now my front greeting, I've already done all the stamping in that, and I've got some decorations. I'll go through those with you when we get to putting them on. I'll just put that aside. And I've got 2 pieces of ribbon. I'm going to pop them out the sides that I can hold the thing together. And it's this ribbon here. It's lovely and fine. It's called sheer ribbon, and it's silver and white. It's got a little silver edge trim on it, which goes with my decorations that I've got to put on. So that's all of that. I think the stamp sets that I've used for this one today, not the one up there, textured floral. I've used some of these stamps, these flowers, and I've also used some of the dies. You'll see that one there especially, and I've used the dies to cut out some leaves, and this one here. And my greeting, my front greeting is this birthday blooms for you, and the inside greeting is you enjoy your day, and I'm using these thoughtful expressions dies. That's this set here. I did use the circle one on this one, which is out of that same set, but I'm using the rectangle ones today. So that's the 2 sets that I've done. I shall put that aside and we shall get started. It's not a difficult card to assemble, so I hope you like it. We shall start with the base. And I have scored them both, but I will go through the measurements with you. We'll put all this aside, and my scorer and trimmer, Stampin' Up! Scorer trimmer. I love my trimmer. It's 8 1/4 wide, so on the long side you're going to score at 4 1/8, which is there. You can fold and burnish that. I'll do the scoring on the other piece as well. This piece is 5 3/4 by 3 3/4. Now you want the short edge at the top on this one, and you're going to score at 7/8, which is that one. 1 7/8, which is there. 2 7/8 is there. So 3 score lines across that. They're all evenly spaced across. Well, I think actually the outside ones are a little bit narrower, but you can fold and burnish all of these into mountain folds, all the same way, getting your edges nice and crisp, like so. And I must remember to put my ribbon under before I put my mats on. So that's what that's going to look like. It's going to sit down flat like that when you put it inside. And I've folded this one. Just going to burnish that as well. And this piece you can put on first. Now what you're going to do, just pick one side, one of these outside panels. It doesn't matter which one. And it's going to go in, excuse me, whoops, too much glue there. And there, seems it's a fairly new bottle, so it's coming out with a bit of a spurt. So then I'm going to lay this. Now there will be a little 1/8 inch gap top and bottom, and you're going to put it parallel with the score line, not right in the score line, because you want it to be able to close shut, like so, and even top and bottom, right at the edge of that score line, and then just bring it across and close it shut. Just give that a minute to take. Like so. We've got an excess of glue there. I knew that would happen. We'll just wipe that. It'll dry in a sec. Way too much glue. I think I'll get a different bottle out if that keeps happening. And then all we're going to do is fold it like so. So it's in half on that side. Put some glue and not so much glue down this panel here. We just won't squeeze the bottle so it doesn't come out so thick. You learn to get used to the pressure on these bottles when it's spurting out. So that there, and then all you're going to do is bring this side across and press it down. So that's your centre bridge that you're going to attach those other panels to. I'll put the lid on my glue. Now I'm going to put the panels on down the centre first. So that ends up like so. Just wipe that little bit of glue. You won't see that. It'll be underneath one of the panels. And that's what that should look like. You've got an even little gap top and bottom. So I shall do the little panels first. These here. Now we'll attach the 2 bigger ones to that. And I shall get my silicone mat because I know this glue is probably going to ooze out where it shouldn't. I don't want it all over my workspace. So just a little bit of glue around the edges of that. And they go onto the mats. This is basic grey I've used for my base and my mats. And the pinky colour is Pretty in Pink. And I've got some silver decorations. It went nice with the grey. I'll just have a mouthful of water. I can talk all day, and as soon as I start to do a video, my voice has gone croaky this time. but we'll get through it. I'll just keep clearing my throat, excuse me for that. And then that one will go on there. I did use my blending brush over the top of the leaves so you could see them a little bit better as well. And this is the center one with a little greeting on it. And I'm going to put this center one the same size, same side as the one I've done there. My previous card that I did years ago, I did put it facing the other way. It was on the top facing this way and these two face that way, but I do prefer it this way, mainly because I'm right-handed. I think that's the way I'm looking at it. I'm not sure, but I do like it. A bit of excess glue there. Now with this one, you need to do the top and the bottom first, and it's going on this side. You can put it the other side, it's personal choice. Now it needs to go level with the top of the card base, not the top of this bridge in the middle. It needs to go level with the top of the card. So what I'm going to do, just so I know I've got the glue in the right spot, I'm just going to flip that over and put some glue down there to start. Then I know I only want glue on that section. I should have my mat underneath again. Just a little bit of glue there. And it's going on this side and parallel with the top of the card, not the top of the bridge. Otherwise your center one won't fit in. Just be careful that you make sure it is right up the top, level with the top. Hence that is normally my Australian cards are 5 7/8 high, but I've made this one 6 inches so that we could fit these panels in. I could have made it 5 7/8 and made these a little bit narrower to fit in, but I prefer it this way. And the 6 inches does still fit in the standard envelope. So that's that one. And then we'll do the same at the bottom. Do the bottom one next so that you know you've got the right spacings in the center. You could do the one in the middle first, but I prefer to do it last. Put some glue on there. This pattern on here, the embossed pattern's not any sort of direction, so it doesn't matter which way it goes. And I've got that level with the bottom of the card again. Put it right down as low as it will go, parallel with the base. And then this one should fit perfectly in there, which it does. And it goes on the opposite section of the bridge. It's going the other way, but you can still put that in there. I might just mark that with a pencil because I'm not going to be able to get my glue pot in there very well. I'll just go a bit inside that. Just a little pencil mark. I don't want glue hanging out over the edge, but it's going to stick the card together permanent. So we'll put a little bit of glue there. Make sure you've got your greeting up the right. Well, there's no right or wrong way yet. And that one slots in amongst the two. If you've cut your pieces correctly, that will fit exactly in there. So that's that one. Now I'm going to put my ribbon on next. There was no ribbon on that previous card, but I am going to put it on here because I don't want to forget later and have the panels stuck down and my ribbon not in there. It's over here. I'll just give you the measurement of the piece that I've got here. It's about nearly 7 inches long. That gives me enough to tie a bow. I'm going to put, what'll I use? I'll use some tape, I think. Tear and tape. Just down there to hold the ribbon. I'm just going to eyeball halfway, and I don't want the tape coming out past. There'll be a border of white on the outside, and I don't want that tape showing, so I'm going to put that there, and another piece over this side about halfway. You can sort of eyeball it with that centre panel. It's easy enough. Cut that off a little bit short. Tape or glue dots are good for holding ribbon. And my pick tool, which I thought, there it is, this one here, and this one here. We'll put it the right way so we don't get things mucked up. And I'm just putting a piece on top of that tape. This is really fine ribbon, so it's really good for this. It's not going to be too bulky. You could measure if you want halfway. I might move that one. Can do them better this way. If we take that one up, line it up with the other one, then we know they're both exactly in the same spot, like so. Actually, I'll move it in a little bit too. It's not got much underneath. And then you can put your panels, these panels, in. There's 2 of those. They will go in there. You could put something down the post in there as well, but I don't mind the grey showing in there, or the colour, whatever colour you choose. Get the silicone mat out again. Once you've cut, even when I'm doing a normal card for myself, not just for a video, I prep all my pieces first, cut them all and get them all ready before I start to assemble. These go with a little 1/8 inch border all the way around. And you do need liquid glue so you can get it nice and straight. This one's very soft colourings. My ribbon's stuck firmly underneath. And then the other one on the other side. We're into February already. I don't know where the first month of the year went. I hope everyone's having a successful year so far. I've started back my workshops for the year, so all's up and go again. I hold workshops every month, the first Sunday and Wednesday of the month, except the one in March, where the first Saturday in March I have my granddaughter's wedding, so I've postponed that class to the following week. That is all of that. And then some decorations. We'll do the decorations inside. Now, I wasn't worried that my decorations are going to make it a little bit thick, because the whole card itself is a little bit thick with all these panels. So don't worry that it's a bit thick. That's why I've put the ribbon there to pull it together. Now I've got to remember where all these bits go. I've got a silver leaf for there, a long one, and another one over this side. And I've got some smaller ones for up here. We'll stick them on as we go. That and that's for the front. These are for inside. That, I'll sort it all out so I make sure I've got the right pieces. That's all for the front. Those are inside. I showed you the stamp sets and dies that these were from earlier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There should be another little pink flower somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where did I put the bag? It's probably still in the bag. No. Oh, there. 6. Those go with that. These and this. Yep. those two. These longer ones, that one is, I'm just making sure I've got the right ones. They are for the front. These are inside. They are for inside. Don't mind me. They're I had them all sorted earlier. So we shall glue these. I'm just going to glue all these inside ones down flat, because it's got enough bulk as it is, and it's not going to make it that much thicker anyway. I wanted to pre-cut everything so it saves me time, or saves you time watching. I'm sure you don't need to see people gluing everything or cutting everything beforehand, especially if you're going to use your own embellishments and dyes. So I'm just going to put my mat on top of that to push it down. Sometimes if you push straight down with your fingers, it moves it around, plus you end up with glue everywhere. So that's that side. This one's on the other side. This is just the straight silver foil cardstock. Stampin' Up still sell this one. The only thing that's retired on this is the embossing folder that I use, but you can use any folder you like. And that one in there. And then I've got these bit bigger flowers to go on the bottoms of the stems, and I've put the embellishments I'm using all throughout are basic grey and smoky slate pearls. They're in the current annual catalogue, and I've used the smoky slate ones. They're a little bit lighter because I wanted to show it up as more as silver, even though I've got the grey around the base as the base. I'm going to put these flat as well. Got a little bit of bubble there with the embellishment on it, but it's not too bad. This one on the other side. The fun part's decorating, even though it takes a little bit longer. Put that one over that side. I'll put some extra glue under later if they lift. And these two smaller ones are going in here with my mat again. I probably went a bit overboard with my decoration, but because it's just plain white inside, you can put a little bit extra. Decorate it however you like. You could make it into a kid's card. I'm going to put these on a bit of a slant, just for something different. And the other one at the top. Oops, that's my husband. I've even got my door shut and I can still hear him sneezing outside. He has a very loud sneeze. I think it's in between a sneeze and a cough. He's out there waiting for me to finish so he can mow the lawn. I told him don't mow while I'm doing a recording. Oops, move that a bit. Just put that down on top of that. That's better. That's that. And I've got these to go at the base of those little stems. And I might put them on with a glue dot, I think. Wherever I've got my glue dots, just here. These little flowers are from that, I can't remember which one they're from. There's lots of little flowers in the sets that you can use. I think I put the stamp set away that I used. Just going to put the 3 at the base. Oops, there goes one to the floor. Got it. Just a nice little cluster down the bottom. It'll be quick doing the front. It's not as fiddly as this one. I knew the inside would take a little bit longer. One of the ladies in my group wanted me to do this card. I have put the PDF, I think, a while ago up in my group page, but I had never done a video for it because it was a card that I'd done with my Fancy Fold group that I have every week. That's the end of my thing. It's come adrift. And I hadn't done a video. I'd done the PDF for it, but never done a video. I might even cut some more flowers later and put a little cluster up in there. I'll finish that off later. So that's the inside pretty much done, like so. Make sure nothing's sticking where it shouldn't. All good. Now, the front, we've got, oh, that's the back, we'll do that last. Got this one and this one. These leaves don't go any direction. You could use the front or the back of this paper. It's just stripes and spots and things on the backs. But I do like the leaves on these. You can see a little bit of glue there. So that's that. I'll put that on there. Make sure I've got it the right way. Almost done. And that will go directly onto the front. And then I've got these, which I'm just going to glue the white piece directly onto the grey. And then I'll pop some dimensionals at the back of the greeting, back of the mat. I'm going to put these, one up there and one up there. I'll just put a little bit of glue at the bottom of that. A bit too much. Popping those behind that, not up too high, I just want a little bit showing. I'll put some dimensionals over the top of that so they hold down properly. Another one there. Looks nice. I've got a little bow. I'm going to put that on last. And I want some dimensionals. Actually, what I was going to use is this foam adhesive sheet. I love using these instead of dimensionals. It gives you a nice flat base for your greeting. And you just cut it to the size you want. I'll cut it a little bit smaller. And it just makes it, I think it's a fraction higher than a normal dimensional. But Stampin' Up! Sell them. It's foam adhesive sheets. And they fit perfectly on like that. Gives you a nice solid base to hold the whole lot together. And that's going in the centre. Take it a little bit lower probably. Over to one side. Don't drop it yet, Laura. Try and centre it. And straight. That's that. And I've got this tiny little bow that I made with my bow maker. And it's going to sit up there, and I'm putting that on with a glue dot so that it stays stuck. Blue dots are best for ribbon, and your adhering ribbon. Just put that up in the corner just for a little bit of detail. And that is the front. This will tie into a little bow at the side. It's lovely and fine, this ribbon. There's a couple of fine ribbons. I think there's another gold ribbon. It's a creamy colour, but it's gold edging. That would work as well if you want to use gold, or there is just some plain ribbon if you're not using a silver or a gold. I didn't tie that very well, but you get the gist. It could be a little bit tighter. We'll fix that up later. The back of it, I've just got this as your writing panel at the back. We can pop that on, and we've got no bits and pieces left, so we must have done something right. Nothing worse than getting a card done and you've got something left over and you're not sure where it was going to go. Make sure this is up the right way. I've got my flower up the top. I just die cut the two pieces. I tried stamping on here and getting the flower embedded into the leaf, but it didn't look very nice. It was a bit messy, so I die cut both of them and popped them on. So there we go. That's not very nice. We'll just leave that tied to the side. And that is my card for today. I hope you enjoyed that. I'd love you to give it a go, and please subscribe to my channel. I'd love you to do so. I'm almost up to 5,000 subscribers, so that would be lovely to get there by maybe mid-year or my birthday, which is in April. And also, if you wish to join my group, Laura's Craft Room Tips and Tutorials, you're welcome to do so. And that's my card for today. Hope you like that. A couple of different versions of it. Thanks for watching again, and I shall catch you all again next Monday at 9 AM. Bye for now.